This MuvMint Mondayz is about passion. Not just the person, but the drive, the desire and fight to climb higher, the long nights and endless papers, working and raising a grandchild, getting older and increasingly tired. You know, life doesn't wait for you. You have to create it. So let's celebrate determination. Let's celebrate Dr. Lakisha Toliver.
Living as a castaway, drifting so far on the waves that take me away to a familiar place. It's strange, but I gotta move on, gotta stay strong.
No matter if I'm right or wrong.
Welcome, Castaway Movementers, to MuvMint Mondayz, episode 281. Is there a doctor in the house? Let's open up with a word of prayer. Oh God, I'd like to thank you for life renewed, strength and constant drive, and the endurance to walk the roads before us. In the name of Jesus, I ask for guidance, not only for Rec, but for my wife. Place her where you need her to be, Lord. Give her passage to her dreams to be the clinical psychologist she has worked so hard for, Lord. Father, I ask that you touch the lives of those listening and watching this MuvMint Mondayz episode. May their will be in alignment with yours, and may their works magnify your name throughout the earth. Thank you for Rec, Tiebreak Soundworks, and the motivation to begin the putting together of the 9th volume of our Christmas album, Lord. In your name of Christ I pray. Amen.
Lakisha Marie Toliver.
Okay, Dr. Lakisha Toliver. The DR. Why don't you give a little people a breakdown of what your doctor is in and what your
specialization?
Not specialization, your thing.
The
program.
Project?
Yeah.
I am, my name is Dr. Lakisha Toliver. I have a PsyD in clinical psychology. My specialization is in criminology and criminal.
Talk to the people now. Talk to the people.
Can I do this, please? Thank you. All right. So my name is Dr. Lakisha Toliver. I have a clinical psychology degree, a PsyD. Which specialization in criminology and criminal justice studies. My doctoral project was equipping giving effective strategies to correctional officers for overcrowding minority women in prisons. So that was my title, and pretty much it took me about, I guess, 4 years to complete altogether. I started in 2022, so let me see.
That's pretty good.
About 2022 to 2026, so it took me a little bit to do all this with all the corrections and going back and forth to getting feedback from my chair, which is my chair was Dr. Francis Cyrus, and my committee member was Dr. Nancy Walker. So with all the feedback that I got, I got all this done in time for graduation, which was May 31st. So yes.
So I have 10 questions for you, Dr.
Okay.
Toliver. Question 1. When you walked across the stage in Phoenix and heard your name announced within, like I said, they call you doctor, but they let her know that you had a doctorate, right?
So first we had like a hooding ceremony. So from the hooding ceremony, I felt like, is this really happening? Is this really me going across this stage?
Yeah, that's the question that was going through your mind.
Like, I was...
Which was better for you, or more impactful?
I mean, it was the hooding ceremony was more impact for me, because it was actually, I was getting hooded by the dean. And from that, not the dean, but they had different committee members hooding us, but I felt like like joyous, but it was really like a real good thing, because when I walked across that stage and I see my project up on a board, I was like, wow, is this really me? You know, I felt so, I wanted to cry, but I held it in. But I was more so overjoyed that I finally overcame this hurdle that I had, that I was getting done, staying up late nights and getting it done. Early mornings. I used to stay up to like 3 in the morning and had to go to work at 7. So it was pretty much, you know, my husband used to be asleep and I'm still typing. But, you know, I try to get it done and try to, you know I had to make a deadline, you know, 12 o'clock, especially on Mondays when you had discussion questions, be done. Like 12 o'clock was, I'm hitting the submit button at 11:58. Didn't even check if I spelled anything correctly, you know. I'm just hitting that button and say submit. I got my work done, you know. But I felt so overjoyed when I walked across that stage and got hooded. So I wanted to cry, but I held it in. But you know, I was so happy that I kept saying, I was saying at work, I'm going to Phoenix. I'm going to graduate. So I was like, everybody was congratulating. And I'm still overjoyed. I'm on cloud 9 right now. I'm still on cloud 9. You see, I still got my shirt on. So I wear it like, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I still have it on. But I'm gonna let y'all see it. So I still have my shirt on, so, you know. But I am still overjoyed. I'm on cloud 9, still on cloud 9, like, hey, I made it. You know, I'm the first one in my mom, on my mom's side, my mom's kids, to be graduating with a doctorate, and the first to go to college, I believe, and finish. I had my bachelor's, I had my master's, and I had my doctorate. So I went and got all 3. Well, I got associates too, so don't forget that.
Associates don't count, man.
Well, it does count for me because it was in nursing, and I didn't want to do that. So I was like, no, that's not what I want to do. So I started working at Bancroft. This is how it all started. I was working at Bancroft, and I wanted to see why the children did the way they were acting the way they were. So why they behaved the way they were, why they were having the behaviors. So I enrolled in school for applied behavioral science. So I started doing that, and I really like, oh, okay, this opened my mind up to see, you know, this is really what I want to do. So down that path, I started going on, and then I went back to school. I graduated with my bachelor's. Then I went back to school to get my master's in psychology, because that really opened my mind more to, you know, broaden the way they act the way they do, because this is why, you know. I had neuroscience. I had neuroscience with that as well. So that really, all right, this is how the brain works, and this is why they acting the way they do. So I got my why. So when I went back, and I was like, all right, so I want more. So I wanted to do counseling, and I started working at Oaks Integrated Healthcare. And that's when I started working with all kinds of minority women, children, and all the people that had like mental illnesses. They had substance abuse. They had all kinds. So it really opened my eyes, and I was like, all right, I'm sticking to this. So that's when I was in school, still in school, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go through all the way. I started to give up a couple times because it was kind of getting rough.
We get there. Number 2, looking back over the years of working full-time while doing coursework, research, internships, studying late into the night, what was the hardest moments of the entire journey?
I would say research.
The research?
It was a lot of research where I had to get all the research papers, and I had to line them up before I even put them in my paper to make sure they aligned with my project. And I had to eliminate some that didn't. So I had to put them in my folder. I had a folder, it's on my laptop. I had a folder that says my ADP project. I had some in all kinds. I had them all over, and I had them sort of all in my folder to say, hey, this really goes aligned with my project. So my project, I had to research all this information on correctional officers and why there's a shortage in many minority women's prisons and why there's overcrowding so much and why there's a big overturn. So I had to do this whole big research, and I had to get the library involved with our school. I think that was the hardest part of doing was the research.
Okay. Was there ever a point where you seriously doubted whether you would finish, and what kept you going?
Yes. Like I said before, I started to give up.
You all been there, man.
And it's just that the constant writing that I had to do and the constant feedback that I had to do, I'm bad in grammar. I'm the worst in grammar. So I came a long way, with my grammar. My teacher also said that to me as well. My grammar, really came up because my wording was off and everything.
She's not a word.
But I think, no, I'm not, but it's all right. But I got my teachers, with the help of my chair and my committee member, and going to the library, and thank God for Grammarly, and a lot of stuff that helped me throughout my ADP project. So that really helped me with my grammar. But, that was the most important thing, was getting all the project done in time for me to graduate, because my deadline was coming, and I kept, I was like, listen, I told my daughter, you're gonna have to take your son, because I'm on a deadline where I have to get my paper done and get it done to get it where I can graduate, because it was it was crunch time.
What kept you going?
What kept me going was, I thought, my husband, he went through school, and we was in school together, so it kind of like pushed me towards to get it done, because he did it, and I was like, if he can do it, I can do it.
I ain't get the doctorate. I'll stop that match.
So I was like,
doctors.
And I wanted to get done to prove to myself that I am somebody and I can do it. Being that I am a African American person, a woman, that I was prove to myself that I can do it.
What did it mean to celebrate this achievement with your old friend and coworker, Nicolette, after all these years?
It's been 10 plus years since I saw Nicolette. We worked at Powerback in Voorhees. We were CNAs at the time. It was a real occasion, because I kept asking her, I was like, where do you live at in Phoenix? I know you live in Phoenix. Where do you live at? So she told me, and I was like, listen, I'm coming down there to meet you. I really want to see you, because it's been so long that, we clicked the first time we was in Powerback. We used to work 3 to 11, 11 to 7. We used to, Jerry too. Jerry was also with us there as well. But seeing her again, I felt, I didn't want to let her go. I held her so tight, because I didn't see her for a long time. And I was like, it's not going to be the last time I come down here. I'm visit you more often. I'm going to just, take a trip down there. It's just going to be a girl's day. But I'm going to see her again. But it felt so great to see her again over 10 plus years.
Okay. Of everything we did in Arizona, from the graduation to lunch, Dobbins Lookout, and the aquarium, which moment do you think you remember most 20 years from now?
Dobbins Lookout.
Yeah,
that was, I love nature. So what Dobbins Lookout was like, you get up on, it was like the very top, and you overlook the city, and it was like mountains. So it was very beautiful, and I love nature. So that really, I'm gonna really remember that, because that brought like, hey, I'm missing out on things. And that was really nice. I really like Dobbins Lookout. That's the one I'm going to remember for 20 years from now.
Okay. I really like the aquarium too.
I was going to say that too, but I really like Dobbins Lookout. And then the second one would have been the aquarium.
Yeah, that ride we took through.
And the ride that really got me was, they had like a thing that rotates. And that really surprised me, because I got to see the different animals and the different fish that was in the tank, and they described each one of them, and they made us like, it's like a scavenger hunt. Like, can you find this one? Can you find that one? But it was real nice, because it rotated, and then it explained to what was in the tank. So that really, I'm gonna really remember that as well.
Question 6. How do you think earning your doctorate has changed you as a person, not just as a psychologist?
I mean, it doesn't really change me as a person. I'm still gonna always be me. but it's going to change me as far as learning new material and learning how to help other people overcome their struggle that they're having. So becoming a psychiatrist is really going to help me, but it's never going to change me as a person. I'm going to always be Keisha, but I'm always going to be me. The title is never going to change me. Only thing that's going to change me is my knowledge. So that's the only thing that's going to change.
All right. What lesson from this journey would you want to pass on to someone? Well, let's go back to that. As far as like the change as a person, do you feel as though like you approach things from a different perspective now that you did before?
Yes, I kind of like analyze stuff before now that I have my doctorate, I kind of like analyze a lot of stuff now. Before I'll dive into it, I'll analyze it before I like speak on it or dive deeper into it before anything happens, because I take it as a new perspective.
So you think it got more analytical?
It did. It really does, because now I'm like looking at things. I'm looking at shows, and I'm like, I'm looking at things differently than I did before.
Okay. What lesson from this journey would you want to pass on to someone who's just beginning a doctorate program?
It's never too late to get your doctorate, no matter how old you are. Just never give up. Keep going, even though the struggle may be hard, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard, and it's going to be trying to where you want to just give up everything. But don't do it. Don't do it, because even though I said I was going to do it, I didn't do it. I wanted to just throw in the towel and say, hey, I'm done. But I'm glad I didn't, because that journey at the end of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel, is worth it. It's really worth it. And I got to experience a lot of things. I met a lot of people as I was, as this journey, as we went to Phoenix. I never knew that it was a whole bunch of people in psychology. It was like on our class, we had 95 doctors that graduated. Didn't know that. But it was more so minority women, and it was Chinese as well. The Chinese, they graduated. They came from China, and they graduated. That was dope, and I really like that, because it's different cultures that got their doctorate. So and really not it was we all came together as one, and I like that.
Now that you reached this goal, what professional dream feels possible that didn't seem possible before?
Well, a lot of opportunities open as for job-wise. Before, I was trying to get that before even time came, and I know I had the knowledge and the skills to do it, but at the time they wasn't like, you're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. Now that I got doctorate behind my name and a side D, they starting to offer me jobs, but I have to have that clinical aspect, because my school is not APA accredited. So what I have to do is get licensed as a licensed counselor for them to accept my side D, which I already knew that. So I'm not saying that I would take another path, because I won't. So I already did my research before I went to the school. So a lot of people's like, why did you do that? Because I wouldn't have had time to go to go to school and then work. You're not going to be able to do that when you do your doctorate. You're going to have to cut one and do the other. So I wasn't cutting school, and I wasn't cutting, not working. So I looked up the school, and that's how I found University of Arizona Global Campus. I already went there as when they was previously Ashford, so I already knew about them. But I wanted to, I already did my research before I did doctorate classes, because you don't do your research and you go into class and be like, oh, I thought this was going to be this. No, do your research before you go in there and own a school before you do it. And that's why you know your path when you go, because I already knew my path, where I had to do and what I had to do. So I already know I have to get my LAC or LPC afterwards, but it's worth it because now that I'm going to be in a bigger bracket, so I'm making, you know, money and, you know, for my family and moving up in the, you know, from the bottom to the top. So yes.
All right. Number 9, as a clinical psychologist, we kind of touched on this earlier, like your wife are doing things. What kind of impact do you hope to make in the lives of the people you'll serve?
I'm hoping I can change their mindset, but the person has to be willing to change. And, you know, I'm not going to force them to change, but I'm going to give them the opportunity to change. And I hope that they be able to do that because, you know, the skills that I had, and I'm trying to help them overcome this obstacle. Because, you know, I grew up in the city of Camden, and I know how people struggle with, you know, people struggle every day, like drugs-wise, alcohol, everything. And I know, being that I'm gonna touch on some bases. My dad was on drugs when I was growing up. So it's like, I know what the struggle is. I'm coming from where they are. So I'm going to try to pull them out of that situation and try to help them overcome their obstacles.
I saw her for drug too, wasn't it? Marijuana.
Well, you used to smoke marijuana, which is a drug, but you were hooked on it, but you got yourself off, which is good because most people are still on it, and it clouds your mind. It really, you know, it clouds your thinking, your skills. You're not quick to do stuff. It slows your mind down. So and then a lot of stuff with marijuana, and if you have mental illness, you smoke that together, you have psychosis. So your psychosis it comes into play, and then when that comes into play, them two don't add up. So you have to stop one because the marijuana is making it worse. So that's why I would tell people that, you know, if you have mental illness and you smoke marijuana, you're gonna have to give the marijuana up.
You going for a ride?
Because it's gonna make your mental illness worse than what it is.
It increases it. All right, 10. If you could go back and talk to the version of yourself who was staying up late after work, exhausted and overwhelmed, what would you tell her now?
You got it, girl. You did it. Nah, but I would say to her, you know, stick in there, do what you got to do, because at the end of the tunnel, it's worth the wait. I experienced when we graduated. You know, I was like, when we were going through the tunnel, all the staff was in there, they was cheering us on. I was getting ready to cry. I was so emotional. I was getting ready to cry, and I started, you know, clapping everybody's hand. I'm like, you know, I was like, I did it. I did it. I did it. And so I was like, yeah, you know, I was so overwhelmed with joy that, you know, at that when, like, people was like, I'm leaving. I was like, I want to experience this, because I don't, you know, I know what it is at the end of the tunnel, but I wanted to experience this as a doctor. Everybody was like, I'm leaving. I'm not staying for the whole graduation. I was like, okay, I'm staying. The whole 5 hours, I'm staying.
Y'all stay, mother stay.
I'm like, I'm here. I paid for my graduation. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait until at the end. I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to do that. It's out of respect. They waited for you. Why would you leave? Like, you're the doctor. We had to go first, so we went first, and then everybody started to leave after that because I guess they was like, I'm not waiting. But out of respect for me, I'm a respectful person. I'm gonna wait until everything's done, and then I'll leave. I'm not gonna just get up and leave and say, hey, I got what I got. You know, I'm not gonna sit here. No, I'm not gonna do that.
All right, last question, bonus question. What role do you think our marriage played to help you reach this point, and what did this journey teach you?
Well, most of my papers was on my husband.
Horrible. You horrible.
My first paper.
Guinea pig.
My first paper was on my husband.
Psychosis of her husband.
I had to analyze.
I thought you said you was going to
I forgot. I had to analyze. I have to call you back. We're doing MuvMint Mondayz.
We're almost done.
I'll call you right back. All right. All right.
Riri.
Yeah. So, my first paper was on my husband because we had to analyze. We couldn't tell him who we were analyzing.
Analyze on that.
So I had to analyze my husband.
Hard.
So I analyzed him, and I had to go through all the stuff like the DSM-5, and
So what's wrong?
diagnose. Come on, let me finish. Let me to diagnose him with a diagnosis.
Okay, I'm ready.
So
How many you going?
my husband
Yeah.
has OCD.
Oh my goodness.
He has OCD, guys, really bad, and yeah, he has it really bad. So it's like something out of place. He has to put it in place just because he can't see nothing cluttered or anything around. It has to be neat. Everything has to be neat. Everything. I mean, the cabinets has to be neat or facing a certain way. Like when we go into like a Kmart, or like when it used to be Kmart, or we go into ShopRite, he has to, I know he used to work for ShopRite, he has to face everything this way to frontwards, because if it's out of place, he'll go up there. The towels the same way, he has to, it was, I'm like, you're stop.
It's appealing to the eyes.
To you, but that is the diagnosis. So he doesn't realize that he has it, and he just do it when we go in the store. I'm like, stop. I have to stop him and everything. So, he got A's on my papers. I love it. I analyzed my kids too, the way they were behaving.
That's all you diagnosed me with? Is OCD? That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Very good.
I can analyze you some more.
No, we go.
If you want me to, I can analyze you.
I'm OCD certified. Okay.
I can analyze you some more if you want.
You're not wrong with me.
Oh, it is.
The world's crooked.
But it's, that's what I diagnosed him with for first when I had my DSM-5, and I was correct. My teacher said I was correct. I was like, yes, I list all the stuff that he was doing and where that I found it in the DSM-5, and I got an A on my paper. So
So that's my degree.
So I love it, but I analyze a lot of stuff now that I didn't do before. There's a lot of stuff in my family that I analyze now. It's crazy, but I look at it a different way and why they do the things they do. So yes,
And what did the journey teach us as a couple?
Well, as a couple, I mean, I could say that we take time with each other now. It taught us a lot. Before, that's a tough question to ask, because it is, because I can say it's a lot of stuff, because stuff that I didn't do now, I do now. I start to spend more time with you than I didn't before.
You can leave me alone, I'll be okay.
Now I'm starting to like, hey, I had put a lot of people on the burner, and I told them that before I even started my degree, that I'm sorry that I distanced myself from you. Even my friends, like, I'm sorry I distanced myself from you. I don't have time for you right now. But once I get my degree, we can hook up and we can, go out or whatever. But it's up to you if you want to do it. But I'm not forcing nobody. I'm not, doing anything. But I told you before I started my doctoral, even like my family, I told them, I said, listen, I'm sorry I don't talk to you. I'm sorry I don't do this. But my degree is more important to me right now than anything else. I'm putting everything on the back burner. So that's, I mean, as a couple, for me and you, I mean, I kind of put us on the back burner as well. But, that was it was for a cause, because I was getting my degree. So my degree is for me and you, which my book is dedicated to you.
I don't know.
So
I'm not like regular men, man. I like I like being in a relationship, but I like my solitude too.
So I dedicated my once I get my book done, my book is dedicated to my husband because he's been there for me, and you know, he's been up with me sometimes, and I had the lights on while he was trying to sleep when he had to go to work. But my book is dedicated to him. So thank you, baby.
Yep, that's what I do. And that's all the questions I got for you. I guess you could just tell them briefly about the program and what you want to do with it. Like that.
So my program my degree, what I want to do is counseling, but the state of New Jersey want to be on some.
Talk about your final project. You said you want to turn that into like a.
Oh yeah, my workshop. I want to turn into a workshop for correctional officers, for minority women's prisons, so I can, you know, equip them with effectiveness strategies to overcome overcrowding. So what I want to do is like a workshop for them. So it's like an evidence-based workshop. So I turn it into like a workshop so I can help them overcome this you know, burden that, you know, that a lot of people have and stuff like that, and overcrowding prisons, like they overworked, you know, and all this stuff, so they can help when they had that, they can know how to deal with it. So I want to turn it into like a workshop so they can learn more about it. So I hope I can do that. And I hope that, you know, I can go like to many prisons and help a lot of, not just for minority women prisons, just for prisons period, to help them with the overcrowdedness, because I know right now the Camden County is overcrowded. I know a lot of, I don't know if it's the women's prisons is still have them, but they have like women with men, and then it's a lot. So I want to try to change a lot of stuff. So that's what I want to do, like turn it into a workshop for everybody.
Cool. You can register now for $99.95.
So once my manuscript is done, I'm going to publish my what do you call that? My project into ProQuest and stuff. So college students can, you know, look at my paper, or they can use it as a research thing for it. And once, you know, people use it, I'll get, you know, stuff from my book. But I eventually want, you know, people to, you know, see what I did for my project. So once it's published, I will let everybody know.
Yep, for $99.95 plus tax.
But this was hard work, and I'm still celebrating. So I don't know if I'm going to have a party or not, but funds are kind of like,
they catch up.
Funds are kind of like funding. So I say, I'll put that out. If I want to, I'll still, once I start catching up with bills and stuff, I'll throw me a party, but it'll be kind of late, but I will throw me a party. I don't care how late it is, I'm gonna throw me a party. But
get the car fixed.
I have to do a lot of, I'm putting that like back on a burner for right now, because I got a lot of stuff like to do with my car. My car is it's like a lot of stuff that I have to do in the house, and I'd rather do that first before I party, because my priorities are in order. So
maybe a drunk driver hit the car, we just get into it.
No, don't say that, because that's horrible.
I ain't gotta be in it.
No, that was horrible, going without car for a long time. But yeah, I you know, I will be celebrating. I'll let you guys know when I will be celebrating, and I'll invite my family and my friends. I'm just gonna let them know I will be celebrating, but it may be late, but I'm still gonna celebrate. But I thank you guys for tuning in for the questions that my husband gave me. Mm-hmm. You know,
for the slogan.
Yes.
Let me see you repeat.
Stay tuned, stay alert, and remember, you guys, you are the movement. Peace out.
Okay. That's it.
Yes, do you think I don't know what it is?
Nope.
Just because I don't use it?
Ugh.